God is a good God, so He never made mistakes in life.
Say that again.
He He never made mistakes.
Wow.
So anything happen in life, it not happen by accident.
Yeah, God knows what He's doing.
So God knows what He was doing. I think this thing happened for me to put my trust much more in God. Because He's the only one you can lean on. Okay, when you lean on God, so you will never miss.
So, what were you doing at 10?
10, I probably was playing with some G.I. Joes.
10 years old.
Yeah.
10 years old. You was playing with G.I. Joes?
Yeah.
You know what I was doing?
What you was doing?
I was sitting on a crate
Wow.
up the block from my crib,
Yeah.
going hand in hand
Wow.
for the older homies.
At 10.
At 10 years old. 10. 1-0.
Okay.
Go to Red Tops.
Mm.
Go to $5. $5. 10 years old, man.
10 years old. How do you deal mentally, emotionally through like Pops being present but not really being present at the same time? You know, was that one of the reasons you could say that kind of pushed you into the streets to actually just...
Once he left, yeah, pushed me in the streets because I was a mama's boy, but I wanted to be up under my father, but he was doing his own thing.
Yeah. Like the fact that you're still standing, you know what I'm saying? We can say, oh, it all to yo, the OG guy, bro.
The OG got me here,
bro.
man.
So it's like,
the OG got me here.
On that note, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Make sure whatever you're doing, that you're prayerful, right? You're perfecting what God is giving you, not perfecting what people want to see. We do our art and we perfect it so that we present it to the public. Hey, look what we did.
Right.
Instead of knowing, oh, it's perfect because God gave it to me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm honoring it. How do you perfect what God has given you?
Yeah.
You honor it.
Right.
You water it. You pray over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You believe in it. You start sharing it with people, right? Because your art is meant to transform someone else's idea of God or idea of life experiences. That's what our art is meant to do. That's what I believe.
Definitely.
My art is meant to promote the kingdom of God, promote a better way of living. You know what I'm saying? So let's not make a move and be more people centered, wanting to, you know, hey, are they gonna accept what I do? You see, when you do that, when you live for the people, you die by the people. You know what I'm saying?
I want to know where do you find that the strength to continue to remain hopeful and joyful?
Well, it's like, it's two things, you know. It's like whenever I pray to God, He like gives me the strength to do it.
Wow.
And the second point is like when I'm making my music, you know. It's like it calms me down.
Wow.
It's like
Y'all heard this? Elon is making music. Okay.
I like that, man. I like that you're not allowing life circumstances or life situations to cause you to just stay still. You know what I mean? Like, even though it doesn't feel good, like, you know what I'm saying, that while you're going through the situation, like, you're allowing good to come out of it. You know what I mean? So
find what makes you happy and then do that.
Wow.
So
say that again. Find what makes you happy and then do that.
Well, starting off was a lot of loss because I'm actually coming into a business that I have nothing about.
Yeah.
You know, and all I could do was look at YouTube videos, but still, it's still not the same as hands-on.
Right.
So I kind of bought a lot of inventory over.
And just sitting there,
and I'm like, wait a minute. I had to take back that. And then, you know, I finally got a vibe of how my machine runs and how much the machines generate and stuff like that. So I got a pretty much good hand. And then COVID hit. You know, COVID was the second, from the time I began. So that's not a bad run.
Right. Okay.
COVID hit, and then, you know, buildings where I'm at shut down. I took a good hit, but it still was functioning.
Okay.
And then I didn't give up, prayed a lot.
So you took a hit, but still functioning.
Right.
Talk about that.
Right.
So you took a few blows, but you still was functioning. You was
like,
walking with a limp,
yes.
but you was still functioning.
Yes, I was keep going.
Beautiful. It's funny, like when you're in it, you don't really know what you're learning. While you're going through, you don't know that you're learning while you're in it. You know what I'm saying? It's really after the fact that you're like, oh, okay. That's why I had to go through that. Because, you know
what would make a person interested or want to get this project? Because there's so many projects out. Everyone's mid-COVID. Everybody's releasing something. What makes yours something that I would, actually want to spend time to listen to?
Yeah. First and foremost, I believe that this speaks to every human condition. You know what I'm saying? We all got some kind of pain in our life, suffering, some kind of trial or tribulation that we have to endure, or we have overcame in the past, or we're probably going into. You know what I'm saying? And this project, I believe, especially in the season that we're in, you know, a coronavirus season or the COVID season, the social injustice season, the financial, you know, whatever season, right? All that going on. This project is like, I believe it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And what it does is it sheds light on our storms, it sheds light on our problems, but it also brings about a solution, which I believe oftentimes we complain about the storm, we complain about the problem, the pain, but if only we understood the purpose of the pain. Like I have a line in a song that says, a storm is a terrible thing to waste.
That's right.
And I say that because the storm really wants to take you to the other side. If you see, we get so overwhelmed, we get so anxious, we get so fearful when we see a storm, but the storm really, with that wind is trying to move that person, that individual, or that object into a different direction. But if we know we're in the hands of God, you know what I'm saying? God is carrying us through every circumstance, every situation, right? It's not going to end off how we think in our mind, because we already could entertain like, oh man, it's over. But God said, no, I'm allowing this storm to take you from one place to the next place.
You know, so honestly, you know, God just set the blueprint. Yeah. And I really think our relationship with God shouldn't be as difficult as we make it, because Jesus came and gave us the blueprint.
That's good. Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Yo, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing that God is really looking for us is one thing: obedience.
Obedience.
There's a lot of things you want to offer God, and He's like, okay, that's cute, but I'm really looking for your obedience.
Right. So for a moment, you thought that God was taking something from you.
Yeah.
But He was literally trying to bring something to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
He'll pass it too, guys.
Yeah,
He'll
bro.
pass it too.
Oftentimes, you know, God will ask us to sacrifice something. Like give me, He told Abraham, give me your only son, bro.
As soon as you said that.
Give me the son that you waited for all these years in your old age. The son of promise, your promised son.
I go hard for God because when you know God, you love God. And when you love God,
my God,
you want to please God.
So when you remind myself who God is.
Wow, that's good. Say that again.
I had to remind myself who God is.
Okay, that's all good.
Because for those who don't understand, it ain't over until God says it's over.
Ooh, you preaching, Doc. You preaching. What's the offering? You need an offering?
You guys have to also understand, there's a word that's called hope.
Hope.
And let me tell you guys something. No matter how thin that thread is, you still hold on to that.
Wow, that's good. Say that again, bro.
No matter how thin.
No matter how thin that thread is,
you still hold on to it. Rely on hope, because hope is what's gonna take you where you need to go.
Wow.
It's not over until God said it's over. And God told me it ain't over.
Wow.
It ain't over.
Hold on. So you telling me that relationship kind of like depleted you from strength, but it didn't deplete you from your hope?
No, it didn't deplete.
So you still had hope.
I still held on to hope.
When you had no strength, you still held on to hope.
That's right. The thread was thin, but I still held on.
The thread was thin, but I still held on.
I still
Journey,
held
baby.
on.
Let's go.
How can we overcome, you know what I mean, during these hardships, like doing the persecution, the shadiness, the you know, all the funny vibes? How do we bounce back, and how do we deal with these things?
I think it's about staying focused.
Wow. Stay focused, number one. Okay.
Persistent.
Persistence.
Consistent.
Wow. Consistent.
Stating your case.
Stating your case. I like that.
Stating
being
your
honest.
case. Stating your case.
Being true. Yeah.
And putting your foot down when it needs to be down.
Wow. So you gotta be assertive at the same time.
You gotta be assertive at the same time. Yeah. I'm cool. I'm chill.
Right.
Don't cross the line.
Wow.
Or there's gonna be problems.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm cool. I'm chill.
Don't cross the line. I'm not bothering you. You doing your thing.
Yeah.
You got your ministry. You doing your thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're not about what I'm about, just do what you need to do. But the shadiness, the funniness, you gotta keep it moving.
That's good. Interaction. Focus on your own lane.
No, that's what they call the gape is delayed. The gape is delayed.
What?
The gape is delayed. The gape is delayed is basically this: when you focus on a person accident instead of helping them.
Wow.
You feel me?
Okay.
You first and foremost, you gotta go to your destination.
Right.
But you're so focused on the person accident.
Yeah.
When you could have helped them.
you could have helped the
fix it.
individual.
But as a result,
yeah.
you are messing other people to go to the direction.
Yeah.
That's why you call it traffic. Don't get me started.
Yo, you don't preach your message, man.
Don't play with me.
And that's why he's a mayor of Crown Heights.
We can get so caught up in ministry at times and this is something that I really was going through even with planning this whole celebration that we're having on Saturday. We can get so caught up with doing things for God that we miss the moment to spend time with God. Right? And we
hold on, bro. You don't just say things like that and just, that deserves repeating. Can you please say that again?
We get so caught up. We can get so caught up doing things for God that we miss the opportunity to spend time
with God, Mars.
Right? Where that's the most important thing. Like God really don't need us to do anything for him.
Facts.
Right? He can do it all by himself. Yeah. But when we commune, we take that time to turn that computer off.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Reject that phone call. Right. Don't enter that Zoom meeting because you need to really connect with God.
Wow.
That's where he gives you the content.
Wow.
He gives you the instructions.
So you telling me that content and ideas, downloads, all that stuff comes from spending time with God. Okay. Wow.
I think it needs to come from spending time with
God.
That's good. Because if you're doing it like, okay, let me think of what I'm gonna do next. It's all coming from you, like your fleshly, thoughts and what the way you want to add things to it. But when you take that time and say, God, okay, what do you want me to do next?
Wow, that's good.
How do you want me to go about doing this?
Wow.
It becomes more effective.
So
it's
you
really
now
more about him.
I love it. So you're saying that we don't only need to spend time with him to get the download, but we need to spend time with him to get the strategy to execute that download.
Pretty much.
Wow.
He called me to this. He doesn't call call us to be perfect.
Right.
But we have to seek that, right? Like we have to pursue that.
That's good.
It says, "Be ye holy, for I am holy." So being is a constant thing. You don't just be and then that's it.
Wow.
To be something or to become something is a progression.
It's a continuum.